Okay, so we've seen what the life fatheads did,
Have.
but now let's try to figure out why they did it.
Let's get into the nitty gritty.
Yes.
All those little details.
Yeah.
It's about to get weird.
I am ready.
All right.
Let's go.
Let's do it. So let's actually look at those English Wikipedia drafts.
Okay.
You know, you think they'd be full of crazy stuff.
Right. Yeah.
But actually, they're kind of boring.
Really?
Yeah. Like one of them just said his birth year,
Okay.
1974, and then his work history.
Uh-huh.
Like he was an assistant project manager at Visual Concepts, and then he went to some company called Swirl.
Huh. Yeah, so like,
It's just facts.
just the facts.
Yeah.
Super basic.
So why were they deleted?
Well, I mean, it's hard to say,
Yeah.
but maybe Wikipedia was already like, oh no, here come the life fatheads.
Ugh.
Right.
Like, we know what they're going to do. So they were just like shutting it down right away.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
So like they knew it was going to get out of control.
Right.
So what about the Korean Wikipedia page?
Oh, that one was also pretty straightforward.
Really?
Yeah, just about his work at Visual Concepts.
Okay.
But it did say he was born in Winter Park, Florida.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Wikipedia, they were just like playing defense.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Trying to protect the site.
Wikidata, though,
Oh, yeah?
that's where things got crazy.
That's where things get good.
Give me all the details.
Okay, so this one user, Jayla Nicole Lifeathead.
Okay.
Yeah.
What a name.
I know, right? She added like a specific birth date for him,
Yep.
December 10th, 1974,
Uh-huh.
and also said Winter Park, Florida.
So backing up the Korean Wikipedia.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more.
Okay.
She also said that he was married to a woman named Shannon Catanella
Okay.
and that they had a son named Kyson.
Wow.
Yeah. And they even made a Wikidata entry for Catanella.
What?
Yeah, linking her to Lifeat as his spouse.
Hold on. Like, didn't anyone check this?
Well, she was really persistent.
Really?
Yeah, like she even got blocked for vandalism
Uh-huh.
and then submitted an unblock request
Oh my God.
saying that she was right and citing people.com as evidence.
Really?
Yeah.
People.com?
Yeah.
Like the celebrity gossip
Yeah.
website?
Yeah.
Okay, so did anyone find this article?
No one could find it.
What?
Nope. It seems like she just made it up.
Oh my gosh.
And it gets better.
Oh no.
Remember that multi-million-dollar net worth?
Oh yeah.
She doubled down on that,
Oh gosh.
saying that he was richer than Shah Rukh Khan,
Yeah.
Tom Cruise, and Leonardo DiCaprio combined.
So are these people serious?
Right.
Like,
Like, are they delusional? Or
yeah,
not?
or is it like performance art?
Yeah. Is it a joke?
Who knows?
I don't know.
But she wasn't the only one. Yeah. There was another entry saying he was married to Demetria McKinney.
Who's that?
She's like an actual actress and singer.
Oh, wow.
And
So
then,
he's married to two people now.
right. And then it gets even weirder. There were 2 Wikidata entries for him.
Two.
Yes. And the second one,
What?
yeah. And the second one was made by a user who was globally blocked
Okay.
for vandalism. And they said he was married to Angelina Jolie and Demetria McKinney. Both of them.
Okay, so it wasn't just one person.
Right.
It was like a bunch of them.
A whole network of life fatheads.
Yeah. And they just wanted him to be like this amazing,
Right.
successful guy.
They wanted to create the life fat they wanted.
Yeah.
Not the life fat that actually exists.
Okay, so that brings us to fandom.
Yes.
Those wikis,
Oh, wikis.
where they were like really trying to control his story.
Right. This is where it gets really interesting because remember we talked about that anti-life fat movement?
Yes. Tell me more about that.
Okay, so Camera Mustache, remember them?
Yes, the one who was reporting them for spam.
Yeah, they basically became like a life fathead hunter.
What?
Yeah, they were like this digital vigilante
Oh my God.
fighting for truth and justice.
Bro.
And a spam-free fandom.
So it wasn't just the life heads versus Wikipedia and Wikidata.
right.
It was the life heads versus everyone.
Versus everyone.
Wow.
It was a multi-front war
My
for life fat's online soul.
So tell me about these wikis.
Okay, so the main one was called Life Fatikipedia.
Live Fatikipedia. I love it.
I know, right?
Okay, so what was on there?
Well, it had pages about his biography,
Uh-huh.
his music career,
Okay.
his personal life,
Okay.
with all the details about his wife or wives,
Right.
and his son.
And I'm guessing those details are made up.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Okay, like what?
Like one entry said he had a net worth of $900 million
What?
and was richer than Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh my gosh.
Another one said that his deep voice was resonating with his hometown of Jamaica.
Why? But he was born in Florida.
Exactly.
They just make stuff up.
They do.
That's so funny.
No.
Oh, and the Disney brain?
Oh, yes.
Tell me about the Disney brain.
So some live fat heads thought that the Disney brain, this YouTuber
Yeah.
who talked about Power Rangers and Disney Channel stuff, was actually live fat.
What?
Yeah.
Like in disguise.
Like he was using an AI voice clone?
They thought he was secretly running a YouTube channel.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's so weird.
That is so weird.
And then it gets even weirder.
Oh no.
They also said that another YouTuber, Jason Chen,
Okay.
had stolen Life Fat's music.
Stolen his music,
Yeah.
but he doesn't make music.
Right. But they thought he did.
Okay.
And that Jason Chen was like using a digitally altered version of Life Fat's voice.
What is happening?
I don't know.
This is so strange.
It's like a soap opera.
Okay, so we've got fake marriages, fake net worths,
Right.
secret YouTube identities,
Yes.
musical plagiarism.
It's a whole thing.
Oh my God.
I know.
And it gets even weirder
Oh, yeah. Tell me.
because I know they made images too.
Oh, yeah. They photoshopped him into all these crazy situations.
Okay, like what?
Like one picture showed him at the premiere of NBA 2K15, and he's wearing this cropped Rocawear jacket,
Okay.
black shorts, and a purse.
A purse.
Yeah, it's like a little purse slung over his arm.
What?
And the description was like emphasizing how cute and hot and sexy he looked.
Oh my God. That is so bizarre.
It's very strange.
So were they just trying to be funny or is there something else going on?
Right. Like, is it harmless?
Yeah.
Or is it kind of creepy? I mean, it does raise questions about consent
Right.
and like, you know, messing with someone's image
Yeah.
without their permission.
And they were so dedicated to this whole thing
They were.
because they got the wiki taken down.
Right.
Multiple times.
Multiple times, and they kept bringing it back.
Kept bringing it back.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Like fandom would delete it, and then they'd find a way to bring it back.
Oh my goodness.
So it was like this constant battle.
Wow. So is it still up?
Well, as of like last month,
Okay.
it seems like it's gone for good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but you know, all that stuff is still out there.
Right. Like all the edits, the discussions, the photos.
All of it.
It's like a digital ghost story.
It is.
The wiki's gone, but it's still out there.
Right, like haunting the internet.
So we've seen how dedicated they are.
Right.
And like how far they're willing to go
Yeah.
to make their version of reality.
Right.
But like,
Yeah.
what does it all mean?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah. And what about that whole inside joke thing? Like,
Right.
does that change how we see all of this?
I think it complicates things.
Yeah.
Because if it was a joke, it was a very elaborate one.
Yeah.
So what were they really trying to do?
Yeah. Like, were they just trying to cause trouble?
Right.
Or was there like a bigger message?
Maybe they were trying to like expose how easy it is to manipulate information online. Or maybe they were just bored.
Who knows?
Who knows?
The internet's a weird place.
It really is.
So what can we learn from all this?
Well, I think it shows us that we need to be careful about what we believe online.
Right.
And that we need to be aware of like who's creating the information and why.
Because like we're all part of this online world.
We are.
And we all have a responsibility to be critical thinkers.
Exactly.
So next time you're online
Yeah.
and you see something that seems too good to be true, remember the lie fatheads. Because it might just be
It might be.
a big joke.
Where's something more?
So we spent all this time looking at what they did.
Yeah.
But I think the bigger question is like, why?
Yeah. Why?
Why go through all that effort?
Yeah, it's a lot of work
Yeah.
to make up all this stuff.
So is it just about like
Yeah.
admiring someone?
I mean, I think it is about admiration,
Right.
but it's also like
Yeah.
a need for connection,
Right.
for belonging. Like you want to be part of something, and
Yeah.
you want to like have control over something.
Okay, so
Yeah.
in this case,
Yeah.
it seems like they wanted to,
They wanted to create the life fat of their dreams.
right, like the life that they wished existed.
Exactly.
But like, is that really a good thing?
Well, I mean, it's complicated because
Yeah.
on the one hand, it's kind of sweet.
Okay.
Like they just love this guy so much
Yeah.
that they want to make him seem amazing.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, they're spreading lies.
Right. And like,
Ew.
even if they're doing it for good reasons,
Yeah.
it's still wrong.
Right? Like it can still hurt people.
Yeah.
Like what if someone believed that Angelina Jolie thing?
Right. And like the photoshopped pictures too.
Yeah.
Even if it's supposed to be funny,
Yeah.
it's still messed up.
It's still weird.
Okay. So, but what about that inside joke thing?
Oh, yeah.
Like, does that make any of this okay?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, it was still a huge mess.
Right.
and it wastes a lot of people's time.
Yeah.
But it does make you wonder,
What were they really trying to do?
yeah, like what was the point?
Yeah.
Were they trying to make a statement about the internet? Or were they just messing around?
I guess we'll never know.
Probably not.
But I think there's a bigger lesson here,
What's that?
that the internet is a powerful tool,
It is?
and we have to be careful how we use it.
Yes, we do.
Because even if you're just trying to have fun,
Right.
you can still cause a lot of damage.
Exactly.
So be mindful of what you share online,
Yes, be mindful.
and always think before you post.
That's good advice.
But now we're going to introduce a bit of a twist.
Ooh.
We've got an anonymous blind item
Okay.
that alleges a pretty intense incident involving Kyle Britney Spears and her ex-husband, Sam Asghari.
Okay, this is getting juicy.
Right. So before we dive in, I just want to say, this is unverified information.
Right.
We're just presenting what is in the source.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Gotta be careful with blind items.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like a healthy dose of skepticism.
Yeah, they can be
Yeah.
a mix of truth and fiction and speculation.
Totally. So here's the gist.
All right.
The blind item claims that there was this incident at Britney's house
Oh.
back in 2019.
Okay.
And Kyle tried to intervene in some kind of situation.
Oh, wow.
But he ended up getting physically assaulted by Asghari.
Oh, no.
It even connects this incident to Britney's appearance at a movie premiere that year,
Really?
suggesting that she was forced to go
Oh, wow.
against her will.
That's intense.
And then it gets even more intriguing because it hints at
Yeah.
a close relationship between Kyle and Britney,
Okay.
potentially even romantic,
Ooh.
referencing this music video that they did together back in 2011.
Oh, wow. So there's history.
So yeah, it's like, what was their connection?
Right.
What role did Kyle play in her life at that time?
Yeah, lots of questions.
Right. Okay, so the blind item author also claims that Kyle later posted these cryptic tweets about seagulls eating his lifeless body.
What?
Yeah.
That's dark.
It is pretty dark. And the author interprets them as symbolic expressions of his distress over Britney's situation.
That's an interesting interpretation.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it's only fair that we actually hear the tweets
Okay, let's hear them.
so you can judge for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one goes, sometimes in the middle of the night, my eyes adjust to the darkness, and it's like, no thanks. I am just trying to contemplate a void, not just stare at the amount of times where a flock of seagulls would just stare at my lifeless body and eat me alive until I fall to pieces.
Wow. Okay.
My eyes take 3 seconds to adjust, to finally get up from the rocks and the sand. When I look up from my phone, my teddy bear, at my babies. Which probably bodes well for my future and isn't necessarily something to worry about at all. The greatest trick that the devil has ever pulled is when it's really nice outside, but then the sun goes down, turns into black and white clouds, and I am still lifeless on the rocks, and nobody is helping me because I'm bleeding and I'm about to be eaten up by seagulls again.
Okay, so you can see how someone might interpret that as
Yeah.
symbolic, especially given what the blind item is saying.
Especially given the Britney situation.
Yeah.
But it's also possible that they're just
This artistic
expressions or reflections on personal struggles that have nothing to do with Britney.
Right. We have to be careful
Right.
about, reading too much into it
Exactly.
without more context.
So now we've got this image of Kyle as this
Yeah.
multi-talented, ambitious artist with a playful and maybe even heroic side, but then also this potential darkness, hinted at in the blind item.
Right.
It's interesting.
It's a juxtaposition.
Yeah.
And it reminds us that people are complex. We can be flawed and admirable at the same time.
Totally. And this deep dive is already revealing a much more nuanced picture of Kyle I. Fat
Oh, for sure.
than we might have expected going in.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's true. It's we often put celebrities on these pedestals and we forget that they're just human
They are.
with their own, complexities and contradictions.
Exactly. And that's what this deep dive is all about. Exploring those complexities. So speaking of contradictions,
Okay.
let's go back to the photos for a sec.
All right.
I want to get your take on the solo shot.
Yeah.
Remember denim jacket, sparkly top, giant silver tie thing.
Oh, yeah. It's a striking image.
It is.
And I think it really shows that playful side of him that we've been talking about.
Yeah. He's not afraid to stand out.
No, not
He's not afraid to be himself.
And that oversized tie.
Yeah.
It's interesting, right?
Yeah.
It's like he's playing with these traditional ideas
Yeah.
of masculinity and style.
Totally. And that thumbs up.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this is me. Take it or leave it.